Welcome back to Arsenic Culture. I am Matt.
Jason.
And what I am, I'm Jeff.
For 10 years, Angry Chair Brewing Company has been making pastry beer fanboys jizz their pants. None so much as when they come out with their Tampa Bay Beer Week set. Let's fucking die of diabetes. I keep peeking through the bottles. That was pretty good. Tampa Bay Beer Week is basically a big beer celebration. Angry Chair puts so much fucking sugar and adjuncts being like vanilla, chocolate, cocoa, whatever.
That's for trademark.
Yeah. And I don't know if they actually started the movement of like pastry stouts, but like they are one of the breweries that are on the forefront of like pushing those boundaries of how sweet, how decadent can we make a beer. I got my own opinions on that. A lot of people do. At the end of the day, making a fluid taste like chocolate cake, it's not necessarily a bad thing, you know. Like, no, I'm just saying, like, if I gave you like a substance to drink and it tasted like cake, most people would be like, I like cake and I like drinking.
I'd rather pie.
Why the fuck do we have you on the show? With this set, like, you can just like look down the line here and everything is just like, this is just like decadence at its finest. So tell us a little bit about this set here, Jason.
Well, I'll go back to what you said at first. I mean, I don't know if they were the first people to do the pastry stout, but if you say pastry, that's the first thing that pops in my mind when you're talking about beer, right? I mean, do you think of anybody else, Jeff?
I don't know, Modern Times.
Modern Times isn't pastry at all. They don't. They're
those
vegan.
big, rich,
they don't use lactose.
Those monster beers.
Don't be bashing Modern Times.
Revolution.
What? Who the hell is this guy?
So
Does he know beer at all?
Well, he's actually, I don't know, but he's actually bringing up, inadvertently, maybe, I don't know, he's bringing up another question, like what actually constitutes a pastry stout? You know, is it just adding vanilla?
I think it's liquid dessert and lactose is what I see.
Or is it making it super heavy and thick?
Yeah, does it have to have lactose?
I don't think it has to have lactose. You know, here's an interesting thing. So, Angry Chair, a lot of times, has said we don't have lactose. If you look these up, their descriptions, barrel-aged milk stout. Barrel-aged milk stout. If I say pastry stout, what's the first brewery that comes to mind? For me, it's Angry Chair. I just go straight there.
I don't know.
A good answer.
I would agree with Angry Chair. There are few breweries that have embraced the pastry movement like Angry Chair. There are a lot of breweries that make some pastry beers.
Oh, I think most breweries do now. Really,
I don't know if, off the top of my head, I don't know of any that are basically exclusively just saying like, this is our flagship. It's a chocolate cake in a glass. Yeah. You know, and again, on paper, that sounds great.
Omnipolo?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
He does a lot of stuff like that.
I think when I think Omnipolo, I think weird.
But he does
that's not a bad thing.
He does a lot of stuff like cake and chocolate.
Yeah, but I also think
puts
sours.
Gold in there.
But he does he actually has a beer called Rocky Road, I think, too.
But I'm saying like they do like mainly pastry sours. Like maybe we're splitting hairs here.
They're not sours. They do sours.
They do a lot of pastry sours too.
Well, they also do stouts, is what I'm saying. Yeah.
Well. Okay.
I'm just focusing on the stout.
So a lot of people do stouts, but no brewery has just focused on pastry stouts like Angry Chair.
But Angry Chair also does IPAs.
No. We're going to go down the line here. So we're going to start with the most famous beer, if I can find it.
Is that German chocolate cake?
It's a German chocolate cake. So, Jeff, I'm going to start with you. You go ahead and open that because I'm going to set these off to the side so I don't like break them all.
Yeah. So give us a little background on Tampa Bay Beer Week, maybe.
Yeah. So, for Tampa Bay Beer Week, I mean, it's been around for quite a while. So I would say some of your bigger ones, brews, you can go ahead and pour it first, Jeff, would be like Cigar City, and you look at like Hunapoo, stuff like that. You had, I think it was Seventh Son, used to have like a Hunapoo Day hangover brunch or something.
Yeah.
So there's been a lot of things. I think Tampa Bay Beer Week would have been, I don't know what time it is. I know it's in the summer. But when I think Tampa, first I think Cigar City. I know it's kind of the older one there, and Angry Chair is kind of the new guy. But that's what I think of. So Tampa Bay Beer Week, just like any other place that have a beer week, it's when the breweries try to bring out their best stuff or the ones that get the most interaction, right? The reaction from staff. So a little bit about the one we're having now. So this is the barrel aged. You might want to get a close up of that one. So is the barrel-aged Imperial German Chocolate Cupcake Stout. That's a lot of words.
Keep going. I need to find some napkins or something.
Did you shit on yourself?
No, it's just like everywhere.
I think you shit yourself.
Like one drop dribbling down the bottle is just like...
it's bad. I can go for
it's like you flooded water.
Are you sticky?
Yeah. So the big thing with the barrel-aged Imperial German Chocolate Cupcake Stout. So it's one of the first new money, and now I'll quote that term, like I'm quoting there, new money whales. Like it was
just people who have new money.
So if you think, okay, Jeff, so when you started drinking beer in 1810,
it came in a bucket.
What was the first? What's the first whale you remember in beer? Seriously, what's the first whale
for me?
Yeah,
the whale being
whale's hard to get.
Well, right? I wrote a little bit about this in my book.
I don't know why you haven't plugged your book yet. For real, like we always poke fun at each other.
So you did do a book, Jeff. What's it called?
Yeah,
I've done many books, but this one,
well, we don't care about the other
is
ones.
about beer called Craft Obsession.
Okay.
Anyways,
where can you find that? How do you find
can find
it?
it on Amazon.
Okay, Craft Obsession.
Craft Obsession.
Where else can you find it?
In your favorite bookstore.
Can you find it like in the gutter of like the street?
In your mom's house. To answer your question, probably it'd been something about Lost Abbey.
Okay,
like some of like Cable Car or something like that.
Isabella Proximus.
Actually, so in that one, Isabella Proximus.
I've never had that one of you.
Or and Duck Goose.
Yeah, that was a big one.
So that one I remember Duck Goose I got in the
you were in the membership, right?
Yeah. So Duck Goose would have been a rare beer or whatever.
So just give a ballpark figure of what year that would have been. Probably what do you ballpark it?
03.
Okay. So I would call it in beer and bourbon too. I mean, if you say you're old money or new money, like new to the hobby or old to the hobby, it's a short time frame. 02, 03 is what, 18 years ago, 19 years ago?
And beer was not big.
That's what I'm saying. But in theory, that's not a long time ago. So back then the whales changed. This was the first.
The whales are completely different now.
This was probably a whale in 2014.
Do people even say whale anymore?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So, I mean, a whale, again, hard to find. Your holy grail is the one like, oh, God, I wish I'd try that, but I'll never see it. That's what a whale is.
Yeah.
So, this beer is that. So, I've had a few times. We actually got the opportunity to do this with our friends, Bill, that we had all of the German chocolate cupcake stout. So, they do a regular, they do an Imperial, they do like 3 different versions, and then a barrel aged. This is the barrel aged. Yep. So, what's your first thoughts of this one? Nose, taste?
I mean, so I'm going to probably be the problem person here as we drink through these beers.
That's different how?
That I am not usually impressed anymore with pastry salad, so...
You're shitting me. You're not impressed.
Of course, it's...
I don't know if I can continue just impressed.
The problem... It's almost the same problem
Start cutting her.
With hazy beers.
You got to go a long way.
No, I want to...
You get to a point where they almost all taste the same. But this one, I say one of the problems I would have with this one, if we're talking about richness, I'm trying to, my brain's not working right now to think of a really good example of the opposite of what I'm about to say, but it doesn't stick to the glass much. And
lacing or legs,
the lacing is not there. So I wish I could think off the top of my head of some ones that are better at that thickness and that. Oh, okay, let's say like a side project,
like
maybe
viscosity,
or even something from Hill Farmstead.
Yeah, for sure.
That is much richer. And
another one we had a lot of Phase 3.
Yeah. Okay. Great example. Sorry.
Hold on. Back up a second.
Phase 3 really was the ones we had. They were really rich.
What are you talking about? Hill Farmstead with thickness?
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe not Aaron. Am I thinking about something?
Aaron's a barley wine.
Yeah, it's a barley wine. I think
Abner, like
maybe one of the porters. Maybe the richer porters.
I don't think any of them are thick though.
Okay. Well, maybe I'm wrong.
I think they're. I know what you're saying.
Phase 3 is Phase 3 is a much better example.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it doesn't have that. It's not. I mean, the body's okay. But it is. I can only drink this much. I can't. I don't know how it's in a 750. If you buy a 750,
for people watching at home, though, if you turn your glass like this with that liquid in there, it's going to leave a little residue. So it kind of changes it to a little bit brown. If you do this with a really well done barrel aged stout, it looks like just chocolate milk.
Right.
I mean, it's really thick. So this one's lacing a little, but it's going away pretty quick. So I totally get what you're saying.
That you guys got much bigger beers.
Well, the difference is in those. This one by definition is a barrel aged milk stout with coconut, cacao nibs, and Madagascar vanilla. So that's what this one is.
No cupcakes.
No actual cupcake. I'm kind of disappointed. I'm with you. But with the side project stuff and some of the phase 3, like there's no adjuncts in some of those, and their base is much bigger. It's not a milk stout. It's an Russian Imperial Stout.
And a lot of that has to do with the actual brewing process.
Correct.
And not just the ingredients that you add, which is maybe...
But this is ingredient driven, right?
Correct.
I agree.
Well, but what we move towards in beer is more flavor, more flavor, more flavor, more flavor. And
that's
in
America.
Stouts, that's America. But you know what's interesting, though, in the opposite direction? We've kind of went away from that in IPAs, in my opinion. Like, you used to remember, what's your IBUs? How many IBUs you got? How bitter is it?
Yeah.
And now it's like, I want just freaking, like, I want weed. That's what the smell and the taste is. I want pineapple, like a light. I don't want too much.
Orange juice.
Yeah, correct. So again, we had a nice West Coast IPA tonight. Jeff brought us, and I really enjoyed that one. But you will never see that style most times.
You know, we'll see. God, how many are these we got to get through?
11 team.
It is about taking your taste in the extreme direction away, and some of it's hiding quality, maybe, and some of it is just how.
That's a knock on them. I've heard that.
How extreme can you go? And
Correct.
how much crap can you throw into a beer to make it a sweet? You know, America has a sweet tooth for sure.
Matt, what do you think of this? Anything different than what Jeff said?
I actually enjoy it. It tastes good, but this harkens back to what I was saying about, like, if you put, a pastry in a glass, literally blend up a chocolate cake with some into a liquid form, then would you enjoy it? And most people would.
I just don't like cake that much.
God, what the fuck is wrong with you? We need to do a show on why the fuck you don't like cake.
I mean, it's okay. I'd rather pie.
Have you ever heard anybody say that?
No.
Have you ever heard anybody say that?
I mean,
I like a good Boston cream pie.
I like apple pie
Or
with
Boston
a
cream
shit
pie
ton
or
of ice
coconut
cream.
cream pie.
Yeah, I don't dislike pie, but
know,
I mean,
a
I wouldn't
good-
say like.
So what's your favorite?
good chocolate pie,
What's your
bourbon
favorite
chocolate
cake?
pie.
What's your favorite cake, Jeff?
Cheesecake.
That's not a cake. That doesn't count.
It's basically a pie.
Cheesecake is my favorite.
No.
cake.
What's your favorite?
What are the
cake?
options here?
Cake.
Cheesecake.
Cheesecake's not a cake.
anything but cheesecake.
I don't pistachio cake.
Matt, what's your favorite cake?
I'm a big fan of red velvet. I understand
decent.
it's chocolate cake that's dyed red.
That's my number one.
Yeah, but you put that cheesecake frosting on there. Fucking delicious.
I think we talked about this in another episode, but I can't recall. So in our wedding, the groom's cake was actually made by one of the family friends, and she made, I think, 3 red velvet cakes.
Really?
Now, our original wedding cake was like Amish bakery, like it was legit.
Right.
But when I got done with everything, shaking hands with her, went to get the cake, all the damn red velvet cake was gone. I didn't get a piece. I didn't get a piece of my the groom's cake, whatever.
Groom's cake?
I had 3
How many cakes
of
did you
them.
have? You had 3 cakes at your wedding?
What? You got a groom's cake, and then you've got the wedding
hell?
cake. How the hell do you not know this?
That's crazy. We didn't have 1 cake.
What was it? Pistachio. Barrel aged Imperial German chocolate cupcake stout used to be the well for them. I mean, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's not
we
like
got
bad.
we got a shitload of beer to get through, but honestly, my take on the pastry stout is close to what Jeff is. I think the direction beer has gone has been really well bastardized. But again, there's a lot of these that I try, and I'm just kind of like, I can't say I don't like it, because it's fucking good.
I mean, it tastes.
It's
it brings
not
you back
beer.
to the answer when we went down there. I
Yeah.
mean, it tastes like Reese cup.
Like
You know
the
what
Reese
I mean?
cup shit. Like,
I love
remember
Reese
when,
cups.
our buddy Kyler spilled it on his pants?
Yeah.
And it fucking wouldn't come out for 2 weeks, but it was delicious,
I think I remember you
it's just
waking
not
up and
beer.
you were licking his pants.
Yeah, well, he didn't see it, so we're all good.
All right, so next up, we're going to go to another big new money kind of whale, hard to get beer. This is Barrel Aged Rocky Road, and that picture on there, if you want to get close up,
A sloth.
that is Sloth from the Goonies, man.
Rocky Road?
They've changed this label a few times. They have like Sloth Loves Chunk. They have a bunch of different names with that on there. So this one it's a rye and bourbon barrel aged milk stout with cacao nibs, marshmallow, and walnuts, which is Rocky Road.
So when we say milk stout, like that literally means by definition that they add lactose, which is milk sugar, into the brewing part
Correct.
Of the beer. So
All right, so this one here, I mean, Jeff, start off. Do you taste the difference in this one?
Yeah, a lot of them. You said there's no vanilla in it.
No marshmallow. So,
It tastes totally artificial marshmallow to me.
you don't think it's Rocky Road.
Tastes like a Rocky Road ice cream in some ways.
Yeah, It tastes exactly what it says.
a lot
it's
of
like.
marshmallow flavor.
yeah, it still doesn't have the body that we talked about from
correct.
like
Probably the same base.
some
huh?
of the phase 3 of the side projects.
You think it's probably the same base?
Probably.
I mean, it's a barrel-aged milk stout, so I'm assuming it is the same base. This one's just rye and bourbon, so...
Yeah, but I guess the problem when you don't have that kind of body, that like some of the artificiality of the adjuncts, I think, shine through.
I mean, honestly, though, to me, it tastes like you just took a quart of barrel or Rocky Road ice cream and melted it and threw it in a stout. Like, it's good if that's what you want.
Well, vanilla, as we all know, is actually really hard to... This is ironic, but like when you throw in vanilla beans into a beer, it's hard to make it taste authentic.
Agreed.
Like even regular, real authentic vanilla beans, if you don't do it right, it tastes artificial, which is fucked up. But
it is.
Yeah.
But if you get that Rocky Road ice cream, that's good. If you're getting it from Graders, because we know it's better than Crank and Boom most of the time.
Yeah.
Cheaper, too.
Do people still eat Rocky Road ice cream?
Yeah, we're just turning them off there. But
Does anybody still eat Rocky Road ice cream?
Yeah, they do. So the marshmallow aspect, though, it's not vanilla, but
I mean,
it does have vanilla to it. You know what I mean? It gives you that like extra layer to it.
That's one of the last ice creams I'm reaching for.
I can't hear you. You must be turning off.
I'm not buying Rocky Road ice
Is
cream.
Jeff talking?
It's zoned out, yeah.
I want I want something other than Rocky Road.
We'll talk about these worth it as a group, because I don't know if it's worth talking about individually.
You know what I don't get out of this? Any barrel at all.
I didn't get any barrel on the first one.
Nah.
That's a good comment. So we've tried 2 so far, no barrel.
I think I'm getting diabetes.
And the first one was 11%.
I get more diabetes than barrel, yeah.
Go to the one that will really push it over the edge.
I just see how many more of these beers are. I start to cry.
Jeff, we've only got 4 more. So the next one's definitely going to push it over the edge. This is barrel-aged peanut butter double stuffed fudge bucket Imperial Sweet Stout.
Oh, geez. I think each time I pour it gets smaller.
So this is like a peanut butter Oreo is kind of what this one's supposed to be.
I don't like candy, so this is not a pleasure for me because I don't eat candy.
That's your fault, not mine.
You don't have many pleasures in life, do you?
I have lots.
Yeah, you don't like cake.
Sex,
you don't like candy.
Tacos.
Hummus.
If you can't say hummus right.
Puking on tequila.
I like
that's fun.
Hummus.
I see Jeff eating a lot of chocolate hummus is what I see.
Yeah, you seen wrong.
All right, so this one here,
peanut butter double stuffed fudge bucket. What is this, like some 6-year-old?
it is. Yeah.
I think you should have a beer called Barrel Aged Fudge
So you're time out. You're telling me you don't like Oreos?
No.
That's some bullshit right
What
there.
the fuck is wrong with you, dude? You don't like cake. You don't like Oreos. You don't like candy.
No, I
Do you
don't.
like life?
No.
Do you want to exist? Like, I could just put you out of your misery because you were already like a fucking cesspool of misery right now.
Well, the two are not related, but they're not.
They
not
are in
true.
your case.
Not true.
Whoever made the combination of chocolate and peanut butter should have
I like
every
peanut butter.
award
Yeah.
I like peanut butter. I like peanut butter and chocolate.
Well, you don't like Oreos, though?
No. Oreos don't have peanut butter in them.
Well, I know, but this is Oreo with peanut butter. That's what this flavor is.
I love good peanut butter.
So this again is a.
So does my dog.
This is a mine does too. You know what? You know what's interesting with our dog? So Jeff had the damn recall on the peanut butter, right? Yeah. So we had a couple of those. So we give our dog.
Wait, hold on. Jeff, not Jeff.
Jeff.
Well, I thought you said Jeff is first.
Jeff was recalled.
Jeff.
We actually have a Jeff.
Jeff was recalled many years ago.
We have a Jif peanut butter factory in Lexington, Kentucky,
Correct.
and they recalled because of salmonella because of Jeff.
That's true. So our dog, we would put some of that in like a Kong, the dog toy, whatever. So we recalled it, didn't have any. The stores are out. So I got organic peanut butter from like Costco. He loves it. Like he doesn't want to eat anything else now. It's like, this
hilarious.
is the best thing ever. So it's, I just want to share that
You're
with
a
you.
bougie dog.
I do have a bougie dog. Should be yours. So this one here, again, barrel-aged milk stout. This is wild turkey barrels. Don't know why they would share that, but whatever. Cacao nibs, vanilla beans, Oreos, and peanut butter.
You know that my dog has a hip-hop name?
What's his name?
Money Pup.
Money Pup.
Yo, Money Pup barking in the house.
I do get a little bit of peanut butter. I get more artificiality though.
I don't get a ton of peanut butter.
I think this is the worst of the 3 I've had.
I think I agree with
Yeah,
you.
they're all bad.
This one is double barrel aged coconut Fionn, spelled Fionn, but I'm told that says Finn.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just saying that. If that guy in that picture tells me his name's Finn,
I'm gonna fucking agree
call
with
him
him.
Finn.
Yeah, I ain't
Like,
arguing with that motherfucker.
Anybody wearing a deer skull on top of their head and a blood necklace or some shit?
Yeah, you win.
That's me.
That's
what I
not
do.
you.
That's not you.
That's how I go to bed at night.
That's like the opposite. Of
That's my
yours.
nighttime wear.
So
Blood necklaces.
this is our first different one of the set. This is a hazelnut coffee imperial porter, aged in rum and bourbon barrels for 19 months. Well, I did. Then they add more hazelnut coffee, and then coconut. Coconut, Jeff.
It's not even a beer.
There's a coconut on the picture.
It's not a beer.
You see it?
So one thing that I think about hazelnut is that it is easy to
Get it wrong.
it's easy to overpower very quickly.
100%.
So let's see how this goes.
So, when we pour this one here and try it, I'm going to tell you some of the untapped ratings in a minute. So the other ones we tried are milk stouts. This one's actually an imperial porter. So it's 10.5%. Everything's between 10.5% and 11% so far we've tasted.
How much is this?
10.5% alcohol.
Taste it.
You don't taste it or you do?
That hazelnut is strong.
A lot of hazelnut.
I don't think it's disagreeable though.
So I'll compare this hazelnut to Horace. Horace made some hazelnut beers. Literally, I think he puts coffee and hazelnut in every single beer.
Yeah.
I was in the membership for 1 year. It was 1 year too long. No offense to Horace, I guess, but
A horse is a horse is a horse.
that's actually true.
Thanks, Mr. Ed.
Good job.
I got you.
So on this one, I think Horace pushed the envelope to me. It tasted almost like diacetyl. You got that like butter popcorn flavor.
Okay. I don't get that off this.
I think this one's well done.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah.
Yeah, I think, actually, this is my favorite so far.
I think out of all of the, how many have we done? 6?
4.
Four.
One,
Out
two,
of all the
three,
4, this is
four.
probably.
I'm dragging through this episode.
Well, as you all, if you're watching, you can see we have a crowd behind us.
Some people invaded your house.
There's no fucking way that we can finish 6 bottles of, what is it?
10.5%?
11%?
Yeah, there's no way we can
11% beer.
finish them and live.
And not have Wilford Brimley disease. So
Going into shock in a minute.
So, do you think this is the best one we've had, Jeff? Like, what are you thinking?
I don't know. I guess.
I'm actually surprised that it's the best one we have, just because I sometimes you get hazelnut. You think of the Chicale series from not to call out Triple Digit, but Listerman. God, that shit just like I had one. I was like, oh, it's pretty good, and then you had like 2, like, oh my god, it's too much.
All the
And
other,
then
this
you're
is
in the
about
membership.
as most as I can drink of this beer.
So, I'm a Listerman hater. But I'll give them some props on this one. So they did a single barrel one, I guess single barrel. It was Blanton's barrel aged, and that was it. No adjuncts, no anything.
Yeah.
I had it last weekend, I believe. Fantastic beer.
Really?
Like, fantastic beer.
But it was just a standard
Barrel aged stout.
Okay.
That was well done. They didn't have 18 adjuncts. The label wasn't wrong like they've done in the past for some I've tried.
Yeah.
That happened one time.
Which is not.
It's one time too many, right?
One time, man.
It's one time too many.
But that's not trendy.
If you tell me this is a coffee stout and I taste it and I get, I don't know,
It was Neapolitan.
Yeah, that's a big difference, right? Like I don't want
Everyone's
strawberry.
human, man.
No,
We gotta live together on this planet.
Jeff, I like to hold people to a higher standard.
Which is not yours.
All right, so this is my favorite. And honestly, this one rates the highest on Untapped. So
3.7.
Is it really?
no, it's actually a 4.58.
I'll probably get a 3, 7, 5, 6.
That sounds
Yeah,
about
but,
right.
so anybody watching, no, Jeff's rating system is not Untapped. It's Rate Beer. There's 4 people that actually contribute to it. He's one of them. I think he's
also
the
the-
moderator, the founder.
Keep hope alive.
the admin.
Keep hope alive.
He's also the
whatever.
other 3. So what have we got?
So we got 2 more. We're going to get through these.
Please
So,
open more. I'm having a great time.
so this one is barrel-aged maple pecan sundae. This is their collab with...
Barrel-aged maple pecan sundae.
It is. This is their collab with American Solera. That's when it looks like it might not be good. That'd be a good shot to get.
There you go.
I'm going to say this one might be just a little bit infected.
So you see that boil over there? That's an obvious sign of infection.
If you see that and it's not lambic, I'm worried.
Oh god, that's gonna get all over your hands.
You didn't care about this table, did you, man?
No, this is a secondhand table. I think I
Jeff.
found this on the street.
Really?
Really?
It's a pretty nice
Nice
table.
table.
Oh wait,
for
no,
sure.
I bought it. Actually, I bought it. I bought this table from the girl that did our logo.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Shout out to her. Good logo.
Yeah. Thanks for the table.
All right, Jeff. I'm going to slide that to you on a napkin.
Yummy.
That is not a good sign.
I'm just gonna take that much.
Yeah, it's probably that much too much. All right, so this one is again back to the barrel aged milk stout, aged for 11 months. Not sure why they included that. finished in maple syrup barrels with vanilla. No. Finished in maple syrup barrels and vanilla bourbon barrels. This is something I've not understood before.
The fuck is a vanilla bourbon barrel?
Well, that's what I'm thinking. Like, what the hell is a vanilla bourbon barrel? Have you ever had one?
So a vanilla bourbon barrel.
Okay, just ignore whatever he says. Anyways,
go ahead. Not only did they finish it in maple syrup barrels, they added more maple syrup, which I think is that flavor.
I'm just going to go ahead and say this beer is sweet.
It is.
I don't think it's sweet.
There's a lot of maple.
It's a lot of maple syrup.
There's a lot of maple.
There's toasted pecans, vanilla beans, cacao nibs. It is kind of a mess.
Yeah. Jeff, is this your favorite one so far?
No. Not at all.
Favorite for any of these beers is hard for me.
I don't think it's. I mean, I don't want to
drink
rough.
maple syrup.
It's too much maple.
If you want to drink maple syrup, sure.
So there's the question.
But not me. I don't.
Like, if I had a sip of maple syrup, I'd be like, fucking maple syrup is good. But if you gave me 4 ounces in a glass, I'd be like,
I hate sweetness and everything. Life.
Is that why you're so fucking sour all the time?
That's why I'm bitter and I love it.
Jesus Christ, dude.
I'm a. What does that T-shirt say?
Oh, my T-shirt.
No, the one you gave me.
I'm glad you brought
what
this.
does your T-shirt say?
No, the T-shirt you gave me, I'm thinking about.
No, it doesn't matter. We're talking about his T-shirt now.
So my T-shirt, shout out to Jesse, brother Jade. I'm going to shout out to both the Jays down there. They're enjoying his bachelor party. I couldn't be there. I'm sorry, but I had to do this. I mean, duty called. But Jesse got me this nice, sweet T-shirt from the Johnny Depp trial. Did you watch that one? Have you watched that?
To make a pint, I poured myself a large glass of bourbon. I thought it necessary.
So if you haven't watched that trial, just go to TikTok and look at the damn clips because it is hilarious. It's. I can't wait till they make a movie on Lifetime. I'm going to be watching that shit.
Johnny Depp once spent the night at my house.
No, he didn't.
He did.
No, he didn't.
He did.
No, he did.
He did.
No. So moving on, I don't like this one.
No. I don't want to say that I hate it, but I don't. It's not great.
This is a fifth of the set, and I've still not got bourbon. Have you?
I'm thinking about the hazelnut one. Like, that was my favorite so far, and I thought it was going to be the worst.
That was the coconut, the barrel-aged coconut Fionn. All right, we got one more left.
Let's fucking knock this out. What's this?
Man, I'm going to let you open that. So this one is called Shred It.
I see what you're doing here.
Here you go. I'm assuming this is from like a maybe a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles reference. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Like a shredder kind of thing?
That's what I'm thinking. So this is a collab with Woven Water. They're out of Tampa as well. They make some really good beer down there. I actually got to go to their tap room not too far back. So,
did you use the potty?
I did not, but I have used the potty at Buc-ee's.
Do you think we'll win a potty for this podcast?
What is a potty,
It's
Jeff?
a PODGY. It's the award given to the best podcast of the year, the potty.
I have never. That is a very original thought. That is not the same thought that Matt had about 8 episodes ago.
I'm pretty sure that never happened.
That's totally new.
It was actually Jeff's idea, which is even more disconcerting that you discussed this on another episode in depth.
I don't think so.
And now you're bringing it up again like it's a new concept.
But really,
I applaud your ingenuity.
But did I?
Literally, we have video.
Have you ever heard of Angry Chair before? They make beer.
Look at that fucking. Look at the sediment shit.
Well, it pours pretty nice.
It's like brown.
Well, hell, it's got.
It is muddy's a good term.
This is an Imperial. This is not barrel aged. This is an Imperial Stout. The only Imperial Stout we've had so far of this one. So Imperial Stout with coconut, chocolate ice cream. Pecans, salted caramel, and marshmallow.
Chocolate ice cream.
That does not smell good.
What is going on with beer?
It smells like.
I feel like this brewery just ruined beer forever.
It smells like ashes. What the fuck is that?
It smells like coffee
What'd you say
grounds.
There's coffee grounds.
Coffee grounds is probably good. It's like something burnt.
And vomit.
Yeah, coffee vomit.
Wow.
How's that taste, Jeff?
Not yummy.
You don't like that?
No, I don't.
Look at the side of my glass. You don't enjoy that?
I need to throw my glass out.
Oh
my god, that's not good at all.
That's bad. So, I did look at Untapped on these. So, Untapped's a rating system. It's sour. So, Untapped's a rating system that most people use for beer. Actually, everybody except Jeff uses Untapped. So,
to my dying day, I will never do two things: recognize Missouri as a state and use Untapped.
So there's been reports of the last several check-ins of this one being infected. So, Jeff, Dr. Fabulous, can you elaborate on what infection would mean?
So something has happened in the brewing process.
Could be.
Or the bottling process.
There you go.
Where
More likely.
Either one, or some kind of contaminant, or something has gotten into the wort and changed whatever it is they were trying to
The
do.
flavor. Yeah, so like a wild yeast
It
strain.
could have been a
or
yeast
something.
strain.
It's
It
kinda
could have been
wild.
something from the air. It could have been maybe it wasn't clean.
Could it
Would
have
you
been
say
COVID?
bacteria?
Bacteria. Maybe
We're helping you here.
If you didn't use clean
Lines.
lines or whatever, underwear, if your underwear had a little smear stain in it or something like this, it can get infected. So
Always brew with clean underwear.
That's rule number one.
So something has entered the process.
So what are some? I mean, we all agree this is off. We would call it infected, whatever. But what are some off flavors that we would expect to get from an infected beer?
Well, not in this beer, but you might get popcorn if it's diacetyl.
Butter popcorn.
If it's
diacetyl. Yep.
diacetyl. There are banana flavors that could come out.
Sure.
And you could get sourness that's not intended.
I think that's a big one.
Of course, there was a
Correct.
problem. You know, if you think about the 19th century, most beers were sour because they were almost all infected. But yeah,
I was going to say soy sauce, but
Soy
that's
sauce.
just Dark Lord. So
or that what was that Sam Adams Triple Bock? That's pure.
I've never had
That's
that.
one of the worst soy sauce beers I've ever had.
And I'm not 100% sure that's infection.
I don't know if it's an infection. Yeah, that might just be.
I think that might be like
This one?
Yeah. No, soy sauce flavor. I don't know if it's an infection.
Yeah, I think that might be like a derivation of like autolysis from like yeast reconsuming itself.
I mean,
reconsuming it, like
someone
what consuming.
Someone
Probably
who knows
happened
chemistry
here
would
is
be
I
better.
bet they used that Bluebell ice cream that was infected a while back. They had like
I was gonna say,
salmonella.
what ice cream did you use?
That's probably what happened.
If you use
there,
crappy
right?
Bluebell and not good $10 a pint ice cream, yeah.
Like fucking graders.
You know, we were at Graders the other night.
Were you really?
Yeah.
I can't believe you even
But
showed
I
your
didn't
face in
have
that
any.
place.
What'd you think?
Well, I didn't have them.
Did you get like a waffle cone
storm
with
it out?
ice cream?
My daughter had a gift card, so she wanted to use it.
So wait a minute. You took your kids
They had
to
Graders.
Graders and you didn't eat it.
I didn't get anything.
Why?
Nah, I'm not a fan.
Have you ever had it?
Yes.
How many times?
Oh, many times.
I
I
don't
bought
think I've ever
pints.
had
I've had many pints. There's actually still a little bit of a pint in my freezer right now.
I'm gonna go on record and say I think Jeff's lying.
There's a caramel something or other in my freezer right now. Maybe half a pint left.
Sure.
You do have an affinity for caramel, I believe.
If I took a pint of Graders and I put a label on it that says bougie and I charge you $25 for it,
You'd be all over
he would
that
say, "Shit, that's the best thing I've ever had."
That would be the best thing I've ever
I
had.
know.
And also, could you serve it in my Subaru?
I'm gonna actually. I would. So let's talk retail. So this whole set was a 6-bottle set, very hard to get. You had to be in person at Angry Chair or get very lucky online at Oznar, OZNR, the app, which is what I did. It was $250 retail.
God, jeez.
So what is that? Roughly $40 a beer, say $50 a beer with
Jesus.
tax. So well, I mean, it's a $7.50 each of them. So what do you think? Retail $250 for 6.
If I knew what I was getting into, and I got to choose certain ones, I would buy specific bottles.
Okay.
I would not spend that on the set.
So
I don't think I
50 a
would.
bottle on some of them, but not all the set.
40 a bottle. I would.
Okay.
Yeah, 50 a bottle.
Well, let's say
probably pass.
you can say 45, whatever,
Yeah.
somewhere
Yeah,
between
yeah,
there.
yeah.
So Jeff, what about you?
So I've never been an Angry Chair fan.
Well, you don't like sweet, so
I just don't. For the most part, I've never really liked their beers, so I said no.
I get it. I would agree on this one. I think $250 retail I would not buy again. I'm with Matt. I'd probably buy the Rocky Road, then the Coconut Fin. That'd be the two I'd go for. The rest of them,
Whatever
you
the
can have.
hazelnut one was,
That was
that was
coconut
actually
fin.
good. I actually didn't mind the German chocolate cake. I thought it was pretty good too.
So let's talk secondary on this one though. So started out about $700-800. That's crazy. Now it's still $500 to $600.
That's stupid.
So Jeff, since we opened these, I'm gonna need about $250 from you.
Yeah.
Your
We'll
part.
pay you back in sex.
I'm out.
Jesus Christ. Is this an
one
option
shot.
now?
No, let's redo that. I don't want sex.
I didn't know this is the kind of game
but
we're
last
playing.
time you said okay.
I'm not talking about last time.
Well, say
He's talking about next time.
All right, so I'm gonna say maybe worth it individually at retail, and there's not a chance in hell that's worth a secondary. Right?
No, I think this is the. I think it's overrated.
No,
I like some of the
agree.
individual
I
ones,
agree.
but not for
Well,
secondary.
I think the eye-opening thing for me is when we did all of the different iterations of the Imperial German Chocolate Cupcake.
Right.
The favorite one was the base.
The base.
It's like a $6 to $8 can.
And the one that we had was barrel aged base. Yeah,
I mean, it wasn't bad.
Really well,
but I'm saying
I didn't get any barrel on it.
But the regular was better. Like it had more flavors. It was more nuanced for me. So again, I wouldn't buy this one. But it's not they make bad beer except maybe the last one.
Yeah.
But,
well, the good thing is we have like 12 people behind us that are all going to drink our beer now.
Thank you. That can pour out that one. Right?
Yeah. Thank you for drinking this fucking whatever this cardboard shit is right here. Thank you.
Now I'm going to say end it, and I'm going to go get a shot of insulin. So see ya.